Northwest Indiana man who pleaded guilty to charges connected to the January 6th breach of the U.S. Capitol was shot and killed by an Indiana sheriff's deputy during a traffic stop Sunday afternoon. 42-year-old Matthew Huttle from Hobart was pulled over in Jasper County. A sheriff's deputy attempted to arrest the suspect during the traffic stop, but the suspect resisted, which resulted in the officer firing his weapon and killing the suspect. Police also say the suspect was in possession of a firearm. In November of 2023, Huttle was sentenced to 6 months in prison for charges related to January 6th. Huttle had traveled with his uncle to Washington to attend the January 6th pro-Trump rally.
So this is his uncle, and this is him. They were together, and dude, they're fucking degenerates, man. These guys are not good people.
Both Huttles were pardoned by President Trump just days ago.
Of course they were.
ABC7 made multiple attempts to reach out to family, but no one was immediately available.
Resisted arrest, stopped in Indiana, and then he gets shot by the sheriff. I guess we don't know if he was speeding or if he was driving erratically. I mean, obviously, there was a reason they were trying to arrest him, which we haven't heard yet. We haven't found that out. If he was driving drunk, if he was driving recklessly, something provoked the officer to try and arrest him. And in addition to that, somewhere along the line trying to arrest him, it got crazy. He got pulled over at 4:15 p.m., so it was afternoon on Sunday on a state road that's probably a small two-laner. During the stop, they tried to arrest him. He resisted, but he's already been arrested 4 times since his arrest. Look at that, guys. He got arrested 2 years ago for the January 6th stuff. He did 6 months in a federal prison, but he's been arrested 4 times since then. These guys are serial offenders. Isn't that crazy? I mean, doesn't it sound like this guy is like the people that Donald Trump is so upset about? Those repeat criminals that just keep getting arrested over and over and over again? Fucking piece of shit, bro. Jesus. The altercation took place. Deputy fired his gun, fatally wounded Huttle. He was in possession of a firearm, and there's no details yet. This is something we got to pay attention to, okay? The fact that it's not even just this one, guys. I don't know if you guys realize it, but a lot of these J6ers are skanky-ass criminals. Even by Trumpian standards, these guys are degenerates. For example, a Mint Hill man recently pardoned for January 6th, also charged with child and exploitation. Oh, Jesus. He's back in jail already.
A Mint Hill man first arrested on charges related to the riots at the Capitol on January 6th is back behind bars. He's now accused of making child. David Daniel was arrested a second time in September. The FBI says it found pictures of an underage girl partially naked on the cell phone they seized from him during his first arrest.
Jesus. There you go. These are the guys Trump is pardoning. These are the guys that MAGA is celebrating.
An FBI agent investigating the case said in a court document that Daniel was also being investigated by Mint Hill Police and the Forsyth County Sheriff's Office in Winston-Salem after reports he engaged in sexual activity with 2 prepubescent girls.
Dude, 2 prepubescent girls. David Daniel, 2 prepubescent girls. We're talking like beyond Jeff Epstein kind of stuff. This guy is prepubescent. What the bro? These are the guys that are MAGA that got pardoned. Donald Trump pardoned this guy, but there's more. There's also the Houston guy that is the same shit. Another one of the J6ers. Andrew Taki, pardoned by Trump, wanted on child solicitation charge for allegedly trying to meet up with a minor after multiple explicit messages. Again, another one of the J6 rioters. Another one of the MAGA people. Child predator, just like Matt Gaetz, just like Donald Trump, just like Jeffrey Epstein. He's 36. He's going back to jail. Jesus, dude. What the is he doing, bro? It is so gross, man. Next up, We have a Kentucky man, Andrew Kyle Grigsby, possession of CSAM, indicted on 5 felonies. He is currently incarcerated in Kentucky prison for a guilty plea of, yes, 2 counts of possessing and viewing performance by a minor. Another one, bro. Like, what the is up with these guys? They've been out for like a week, guys. It's literally been 1 week since these pardons. And there's already child solicitation, CSAM, getting shot by the cops. Now, the first thing that I thought of when I heard this is how I know a lot of law enforcement officers are really upset that the violent guys got let go, even though they're supportive of Trump because he's promising them all kinds of immunity and shit. But they didn't want the violent guys to be let out. I know they don't like that. They're still going to kiss Trump's ass because he's, going to potentially bribe them with power. But the fact of the matter is they're not happy about it. So far, we haven't gotten any details about this. Like, was the guy drunk? I mean, I don't like this part of the shit because you know what's happening, right? Did he have a body cam? We don't know. But here's what I do know is anytime this happens, there is a sequence of events that happens where the cop gets put on administrative leave. The cops put out no details, none. And then they watch the videos and they try to like craft a story. And then the police release their version of the events of what happened. And, so who knows what we're going to find out about this. So Huttle went from Indiana to D.C. with his uncle. They went to the Stop the Steal, and then he ended up getting prosecuted for beating up some cops. And now he got shot by some fucking cops. Now, the rest of these guys, though, are getting out. Like this guy, Stuart Rhodes, Oath Keepers, who they got their sentences commuted, and they were banned from public buildings, but now they can go back to the Capitol. You see who else is getting out, guys? I don't know if you saw it, but Enrique Tarrio, he's like one of the head Proud Boys. He's getting out too. These guys are fucking degenerates. You see the hat he's wearing? There's a reason why he's wearing this hat, guys. This hat is Proud Boy colors. Donald Trump made this hat for the Proud Boys. And remember, during the campaign, Trump wore this with black and a yellow tie when he spoke at 2 Proud Boys outposts. One of them was in Traverse City, Michigan, where some of the actual county commissioners are Proud Boys. The other was in Albuquerque, New Mexico, and he wore the fucking Proud Boys colors.
Enrique, welcome. Thank you for joining me. I want to begin with where people have seen you most recently. In your latest statement today, you talked about what happened. You don't like what happened, especially to police officers, but you called the prosecution for yourself and so many others a miscarriage. Do you see what you have done as anything wrong?
I don't see it as what I've done anything wrong. I was improperly indicted. I do see it as a miscarriage of justice.
Dude, look at him. Even listen to his voice, dude. He's such a wannabe Andrew Tate. These guys are all just wannabe little fucking gangsters. But dude, these guys should have been put away long before the Capitol.
I think President Trump said it right. He was going to go case by case, and he did. And it wasn't the actions that he pardoned. It was a miscarriage of justice that he pardoned, why he pardoned. And
isn't that one and the same in the end, though?
No, it's not, because the process has to be fair, right?
The process has to be fair. Dude, but we know that with Trump, the only fair process is a process where you don't get in trouble. Like, let's be honest, okay? I don't like the fact that this motherfucker even has a platform. You know what I mean? Like, why is this guy getting news time? And we know Trump didn't go case by case. Trump didn't look at a goddamn case. He released people that had sex crimes against children. They didn't look at shit. But the fact that this motherfucker even has airtime, this clown, bro, he's on national news. So all his other little jerk-off Proud Boy buddies are like, oh, look at Enrique, right? And they're asking him, like, questions. Dude, these guys are fucking degenerates, bro. They are fucking degens through and through, man. All of these guys. The Oath Keepers, the Proud Boys. I imagine Joe Biggs.
So we just stormed the fucking Capitol, took the motherfucking place back. That was so much fun.
So much America. So much America.
January 6th will be a day in infamy.
Yes, yes. These guys are getting out. And these guys are all massive crooks. He was sentenced to 17 years. These guys have been wreaking havoc, not even just January 6th. These guys have wreaked havoc. We've had issues with them here in Portland at protests. They kind of pipe down a little bit because we have crews of people here that take bats to them when they come to Portland. So they're not as lippy as they are in some other cities. But these guys are degenerates. They go to like libraries and they harass librarians. They beat up parents at school board meetings. They're just scumbags. Still, though, I have a fundamental issue with this guy getting airtime. Like, look at what we're doing. The media, okay? We have, these guys are criminals. They have been exacerbating hate crimes in America for years. Donald Trump is dog whistling this shit, wearing their colors, the stand back and stand by, like he's always been sending sort of coded messages of support to them. And then they go to prison for the insurrection. And now that they get a pardon, they're getting like put on the news. And to me, that is the wrong messaging. We don't need to hear this guy's opinion on shit because he's a liar and the de facto leader of a group of degenerate criminal motherfuckers that the only reason they have any power right now whatsoever is because they're attached to the white supremacy movement that, again, it's Pete Hegseth. It's real fucking simple. There they are. This is Enrique Tarrio's group with the yellow and gold. There's the Crusader tattoo. And there we go. There's now their military DOD representative. We now have our army. Our Department of Defense is now going to be infiltrated with these guys. The white supremacist groups are literally leading the fucking government right now. Dude, that's not good. I mean, it is a return to what America once was when, the militias and the police departments were literally fucking slave patrols. That's what it was. But dude, the hoods are off, bro. The hoods are fucking off. One of their own, one of the Proud Boys' own, is now leading the United States Department of Defense. What is up, guys? Thank you so much for watching. You like the video, you want to support independent resistance media, you know what to do. Drop that sub, hit the like button, and please share it. And we do love our members, so if you want to become a member, it's another really great way to support. Thanks again for everything, guys. I'll see you next time. Let's go.